Oh boy, I'll talk loudly. And I have a little cheat sheet just to make sure I remember what I was going to say. I'm not texting. So basically some of you saw in the video, I was a straight A student. I was, very successful in school. Nobody ever would have expected that I was going to leave school. My German teacher actually was very horrified and pestered Ken about it a lot when I left. And basically the situation for me was that I was outwardly successful. I was doing what I was supposed to do, jumping through all the hoops, and I was getting the A's, and I knew, okay, I'm going to get all these A's, I'm going to go to college or university, I'm going to get some kind of a safe job, and everything's going to be cool. And I just kind of assumed that that was what I needed to do. And I was not enthusiastic about it. I was very bored with it, and I was very, basically I felt like I was doing what I was supposed to do, but I wasn't doing what I cared about, and I didn't feel satisfied by my life, and I didn't feel satisfied by my experience in school. I felt like I was wasting my time, and I wanted something different. Also the social environment. I think a lot of people will talk about the social environment in school versus at North Star. It wasn't, it wasn't horrible for me, but it wasn't great either. I didn't find a lot of like-minded people that I really felt like I could be comfortable with and connect with. And then I found out about North Star, and I found out that I didn't have to be there. So I managed to leave. I managed to convince my parents it wasn't easy to leave and let me go to North Star. And I just went there for a year. That was in about, I think it was 2003. I was 16. And I soaked up everything I could from North Star in a year, and then I felt like it was time for me to move on. So the main thing that happened was, and I had no idea that this was going to be so important, but I took a yoga class when I was at North Star, and I had this really amazing experience in the class that was really inspiring to me. And then a family friend told me about this center called Kripalu in Massachusetts. I don't know if you guys have heard of it. It's the largest yoga center in North America. And I ended up going there during the year that would have been my senior year in high school. I spent 6 months living at Kripalu and learning about yoga and meditation and Eastern philosophy and all these things that, I had no exposure to in school, and that was incredibly exciting to me. It felt like it was where I belonged, and I was finding myself. And I ended up taking a massage therapy training there and getting my certification. I got my massage license when I was 19. And started working off and on, because then I also went on these other adventures. I went to, after Kripalu, I lived in an ashram for 6 months in New York, and that was also a really amazing experience. And through both of those experiences, I met this Swami and ended up doing an apprenticeship with him, living with him and his wife for a year in Newport, Rhode Island, and learning about Ayurveda, like every day, cooking in the kitchen with him, learning like what Ayurveda is. A lot of people probably haven't heard of it, the ancient Indian science of life and health. So, it was a very rich learning experience that was not a school experience. By that time, I would have been in college if I had stayed with the original track. So this was, ashram and Swami was my college time. And I tried starting a business. I started a yoga and healing center. It didn't last very long because of issues with my business partner, but that was also just a really cool learning experience that I hope to draw on. I was 22 when I started the business, and now I'm 26, and I'm still a massage therapist. I've been practicing for 6 years, which people are always really shocked by when they come in. First they're like, I need deep tissue. I don't think that you're going to be strong enough. and then they're like, how long have you been doing this? And then they're really happy when they walk out, because I'm actually really strong. And I have 6 years of experience, and I look like I'm 16 years old, as somebody said to me earlier today. So basically, now here I am. I'm 26, massage therapist with 6 years of experience. I live in Northampton, which is a city that I love. And I sing kirtan with my friends, and I have really open, deep relationships with my friends where I can talk about all these things that I'm learning. Basically, my life became all about my inner path, my inner life, and I've had the freedom to really follow that and explore that, and I still am. And I'm sharing that with my clients and with my friends, and I have, I'm not sure exactly where I'm going to go with this, but I know that I want to keep going into that and sharing that more, supporting other people's spiritual growth and their personal growth. And I'm following a very non-traditional path for doing that. I don't think that there is, a high school, university, get a job path for somebody that wants to do what I'm doing. And I had no idea that I wanted to do what I'm doing when I was in school. It just never, ever, there was never a class on exploring consciousness in high school that could have tipped me off if that was something that I wanted to do. So I guess that the end of the story is, well, it's not ended, but right now it's just that I like my life and I feel good about it, and I didn't go to university, and some people might be really shocked about that knew me when I was in school, but I feel that I'm much better off. I'm a much happier person than I was. I'm much more myself. I know who I am, and have some idea of where I'm going. And I'm really grateful to North Star for that forever. I always tell people I hope that I can become a millionaire somehow so that I can give a bunch of money to North Star. So we'll see.